Hello everyone, welcome back again to Geospatial Tube, a home of geospatial thinking. Today I'll try to work out different questions related to GIS and remote sensing for those of you who are preparing for the upcoming exit exam in Ethiopian universities. Let's get started. Before I go too deep inside, I would like to remind you to subscribe my YouTube channel. Please share for your friends. Make it a comment in comment section. Let's get started. Question number 26. Blank is time in day between two successive identical orbits. A. Inclination angle. B. Period. C. Repetitive cycle. D. Altitude. This question is purely related to remote sensing, particularly related to satellite. As you know, we have sun-synchronous satellite, geostationary satellite, and the satellite have its own revisit time to capture a certain image in a certain geographic area. So this question is related to time of revisit time or revisit period. So this the answer is repetitive cycle. Question number 27. Which region of electromagnetic spectrum provides information on surface roughness and the properties of surface such as water content? A. Microwave. B. Ultraviolet. C. Thermal infrared. D. Visible region. From the available options, microwave, option A, is the answer, and microwave are particularly useful for studying surface roughness and properties such as water content because they can penetrate through cloud and vegetation and are sensitive to the dielectric properties of surface which are influenced by moisture level. So the answer is microwave. Question number 28. In which year color photography was invented? A. 1940s, B. 1972, C. 1962, D. 909. So the answer is 909. So the period was the period have a discovery of color photography, which was invented in early 20th century. So the answer is 1909. Question number 29. Agriculture application of remote sensing is used for A. Crop type classification, B. Biomass measurement, C. Lithological mapping, D. Wetland mapping and monitoring. So the answer for question number 29 is crop type classification because crop type classification is directly related to agricultural application. Biomass is beyond the agriculture. Lithology is related to the rock structure. Wetland is related to the wetland areas. So the answer is simply A. This is the answer. Question number 30. Hydrology application of remote sensing is used for the following except A. Soil moisture estimation, B. Snow peak monitoring or delineation of extent, C. Measuring snow thickness, D. Compliance monitoring. The answer is compliance monitoring. Let me give you a brief explanation about compliance monitoring. So hydrological application of remote sensing focus on natural process like soil moisture estimation, snow peak monitoring, and measuring snow thickness. So compliance monitoring, on the other hand, is typically related to regulatory and legal adherence. So the answer for this question is D. Question number 31. Geology application of remote sensing is used for the following except. Bear in mind except A. Surface deposit or bedrock mapping, B. lithological mapping, C. structural mapping, D. all of the above, E. none of the above. So the answer is E. none of the above. Let me give you an explanation. Geological application of remote sensing. Remote sensing is used for the following except surface deposit, that is related to deposition. It can be sediment or any type of rock material. So this is related to geology. Lithological mapping is simply the geological aspect. Structural mapping is also geological mapping. All of the above is the answer. So since the question is except, the answer is simply E, none of the above. Question number 32. In which year airplanes were used as a platform for photography? As you know, platform is a device that helps to carry out different sensors. Sensors are mounted on the platform. So the question is mainly focused on airplanes. A. 1910 to 1920. B. 1909. C. 1950 to 1970. D. 1972. So the answer is simply A. Okay, question number 33. The term remote sensing first appeared in A. 1910 to 1920, B. 1909, C. 1950 to 1970, D. 1962. The answer is D. 1962. Let me give you an explanation about the term remote sensing. So the term remote sensing was first introduced in 1962 by Everly Pruitt to describe the collection of information about objects or an area from distance using sensors, making a shift from earlier term like aerial photography. So remote sensing is the recent technology next to aerial photography. It is come to existence in 1962. Question number 34. Which one of the following is active sensor? As you know, sensors are divided into two. On the basis of source of light, active sensor have its own source of light, and passive sensor are highly dependent on natural source, mainly sunlight. So laser scanner, B. radar altimeter, C. imaging spectrometer, D, A, and B. So the answer for question 34 is D, A, and B. Question number 35. For remote sensing purpose, the following orbit characteristics are relevant. Which one is the time in days between two successive identical orbits? Repetitive cycle, period, inclination angle, altitude. The question is repeated, so the answer is A, repeated cycle. Question number 36. Identify wrong one about airborne remote sensing. A. The speeds of the aircraft can vary between 140 to 600 km per hour. B. Orientation of aircraft is influenced by wind condition. Yes. C. Produce high resolution data. D. Cover large area compared to spaceborne remote sensing. So the answer is D. Let me give you an explanation. As you know, airborne remote sensing does not cover large areas compared to spaceborne remote sensing, because spaceborne remote sensing is a remote sensing which is captured by different satellites with higher elevation. So With an increasing elevation, the aerial extent that is covered by a single scene is very high, whereas airborne remote sensing is very low in terms of altitude and cover smaller areas compared to spaceborne remote sensing. So the answer is D. Question number 37. Which one of the following is not correct about active and passive remote sensing? A. Passive sensor system based on reflection of a sun's energy can only work during daylight. B. Active sensor system can be operated day and night and have controlled illuminating signal. C. Active sensor covers the electromagnetic spectrum in the range from less than 1 picometer, mainly in gamma ray, to over 1 meter, micro and radio wave. D. The oldest and most common type of passive sensor is the photographic camera. So, the answer for question number 37 is C. Active sensor covers electromagnetic spectrum in a range from less than 1 picometer gamma ray to over 1 meter micro and radio wave. Question number 38. Blank is the number of cycles of wave passing a fixed point over a specific period of time and is normally measured in hertz or Hz. A. Wavelength. B. Amplitude. C. Frequency. D. Electromagnetic radiation. The answer for question number 38 is C. Frequency. Frequency refers to the number of cycle or wave that passes a fixed point in 1 second. It is measured in hertz, whereas 1 hertz equals to 1 cycle or second. So the answer is frequency. Question number 39. Electromagnetic energy is a term used to describe all the different kinds of energy related into space by stars such as sun. This kind of energy includes all of the following except one. A. Ultraviolet light. B. Television and radio waves. C. X-ray. D. Microwave. E. None of the above. And the answer is none of the above because the question is except all incoming solar radiation contains ultraviolet light, television and radio wave, microwave, X-ray, both short wavelengths and long wavelengths rays are generated from the sun. So the typical answer for this question is E, none of the above, because the question is except one. Question number 40. Suppose a large building at the end of a number of converging railroad is likely to be a railway station. We do not expect a hospital at this site. So, which of the following image interpretation element enables you to identify railway station? A. Site. B. Texture. C. Texture. D. Association. So the question is, the option for the question 40 is repetitive, texture. So this is we can identify using association. So image interpretation can be interpreted in different ways. We consider association, we consider tone of the image, we can also having association as well. So image interpretation techniques is needed to perfectly interpret a certain image in a certain area. Question number 41. A projection of the Earth on a paper without any relief displacement? A. Map. B. Ozone, water and carbon dioxide. C. Active sensor. D. Inclination angle. So the answer for question number 31 is projection is related to map, so the rest are not related to the question, so the answer is map. Question number 42. One of the following is not the process of remote sensing. Not a process of remote sensing. As you know, remote sensing is the process of incoming solar radiation. There is transmission through atmosphere. Some energies are absorbed, some energies are scattered. So among the available options, which one of the following is not a process of remote sensing? A. Energy source or illumination. Energy source in passive remote sensing is the sun, whereas when we use active sensor, the sensor by itself releases beam of light to the target. So this option is correct. Radiation and the atmosphere, this is also correct. Interaction with the target, the incoming solar radiations that penetrate atmosphere to the ground or the target have its own interaction. This interaction may create absorption, reflection, scattering, and the like. D. None of the above. So the answer is D. None of the above. All are the process of remote sensing. Question number 43. Land use application of remote sensing includes the following. A. Natural resource management. B. Wildlife habitation protection. C. Baseline mapping for GIS input. D. All of the above. The answer is all of the above. Question number 44. One of the following is not under the area of GIS application. Facilities management, environmental and natural resource management, street networking, planning and engineering. E. None of the above. All the listed options are undergo through the application of GIS, so the answer is none of the above because all options takes place within the technology of GIS. Handling spatial data manually result the following disadvantage. Find one which is not. A. Problem with traditional approach of data management. B. Redundancy, unnecessary repetition of data. Low maintenance cost. D. Long learning time and difficult in moving from one system to another. So the answer for question number 45 is C. Question number 46. Geographic field can be discrete or continuous. Which one of the following is not continuous field? As you know, any geographic phenomena which is found on the surface can be discrete, which have its own definite boundary, like agricultural land, football stadium. It can be any other discrete feature which have a discrete boundary or unique identifier for demarcating between the two features. Continuous feature, on the other hand, the feature have its own fuzzy partition instead of a distinct boundary. So continuous features like elevation, temperature, rainfall, all these are considered as a continuous feature. So the question is not continuous field. That means a discrete value. Air temperature is continuous, so the answer is not air temperature because it is continuous. Soil type is continuous feature. Barometric pressure is also continuous feature. The elevation is continuous. So the question is more or less ambiguous, and the probability to be is B, soil type. 47. The database management system makes sure that the data can be safely shared without generating conflict. This database management function is called A. Integrity constraints, B. Structural query language, C. Concurrency control, D. Database schema. So the answer for question number 47A is concurrency control. Question number 48. Blank refers to the spatial relationship between geographic elements in data set that do not change under continuous transformation. A. Topology, B. Irregular tessellation, D. Database, D. Irregular tessellation. The answer for question number 48 is, the answer is A. Topology. As you know, topology is mainly applied for vector data. It is related to the neighborhood function of two polygons. The connectivity, the adjacency, all these are considered within topology. Regular and irregular tessellation is a partition of polygon. Database is the container which contains larger data set. The final question for this session is, blank is a set of allowed values for an attribute. A. Relation schema, B. Foreign key, C. Attribute domain, D. Data model. The answer is attribute domain. This is all about today's question related to GIS and remote sensing. I'll continue in the upcoming videos. If you have any question or any comment, don't hesitate to put on description box. I would like to remind you again to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.